Grimora. When Mira Holloway bought the farmhouse outside Bryer County, she was told the basement door had been sealed for decades. The realtor said it casually. Old foundations shift. Owners just lock them when they're unstable. The house stood alone at the edge of a dry cornfield, white paint peeling, porch slightly crooked, windows intact but dim. It wasn't abandoned, just tired. Mira liked tired houses. They didn't pretend. The basement door was in the kitchen near the back pantry. Heavy wood, iron handle, a padlock looped through a latch that looked older than the door itself. The key hung on a nail beside it. She didn't open it the first day, or the second. The third night, she heard something. Not scratching, not knocking. A slow, rhythmic thud from below. She froze in the hallway outside her bedroom. The sound came again. Thud. Pause. Thud. Like someone gently bumping into wood. She went downstairs carefully. The house had no central heating yet, and the air inside carried a faint chill. Moonlight poured through the kitchen window and fell across the basement door. The padlock was still in place. The key still hung beside it. Thud. This time, closer. The door shifted slightly in its frame. Mira stepped forward and pressed her ear against it. Silence. Then something dragged slowly across the other side. Not claws, not furniture, more like fabric. She stepped back. The rational explanation came easily. Old pipes, expanding wood, animals trapped in the crawl space. She grabbed the key. The metal felt warmer than it should have. She hesitated, then unlocked it. The padlock fell away with a dull click. She pulled the door open. The basement stairs descended into darkness. No light switch at the top, just wooden steps vanishing into shadow. The air rising from below felt still, not musty, not damp, still. She turned on her phone flashlight and aimed it downward. The basement wasn't large. Stone walls, packed dirt floor, old shelves lining one side. No furnace, no visible plumbing. Empty. She walked halfway down. The beam of light moved across the floor. No footprints, no animals, nothing that could have made that sound. She stood there for a long moment, listening. Nothing answered. She climbed back up and closed the door, locked it again. That night, the thud returned, but this time it was softer, almost polite. Thud. Pause. Thud. The next morning, she checked the basement again. Still empty, but something had changed. There were marks on the inside of the door, long, faint impressions in the wood. Not scratches, not gouges, just shallow depressions, as if someone had been pressing their forehead against it, repeatedly. She ran her fingers over them. The wood felt slightly indented, slightly warm. She told herself she hadn't noticed them before. That evening, she left the basement unlocked, just to prove something to herself. Midnight came. Silence. No thud. No dragging. She almost laughed at herself. Then she heard it. Not from below. From the kitchen. She stepped out of her bedroom and looked down the hallway. The basement door stood open, wide. Moonlight from the window stretched across the kitchen floor and into the stairwell. She walked slowly. The air felt heavier now. Her phone light flickered when she turned it on. The basement looked the same. Stone walls, shelves, packed dirt, except there were footprints now, leading from the center of the room, up the stairs. She looked behind her. The kitchen floor was clean. No dirt, no tracks. Her breath slowed. She looked back down. The footprints only existed on the basement floor. They circled once, then stopped at the base of the stairs, facing upward, waiting. Her phone light dimmed completely. Darkness filled the basement. In that darkness, she heard breathing, slow, measured, not from one place, from directly in front of her. She forced herself not to panic. Who's there? Silence. Then a soft shift of weight, bare feet against dirt. A whisper followed. Not loud, not dramatic, just a sentence spoken as fact. This was always my door. Her throat tightened. The voice was neither male nor female. It carried no emotion, only ownership. She stepped backwards until her shoulders brushed the stone wall. I live here now. The presence moved closer. She felt it stop inches away. You opened it. The words were calm, correct. You left it locked, she said, her voice steadier than she felt. Silence stretched. Then something unexpected happened. The coolness in front of her lessened. The pressure on the stairs lifted. She sensed the space clearing. The path upward opened again. Slowly, deliberately. She didn't hesitate. She climbed, step by step. The presence did not follow, but she felt it watching from below. At the top, she turned. The basement looked empty again. The footprints were gone, the dirt floor smooth. She closed the door, locked it. This time, she removed the key, carried it upstairs. The next day, she nailed the basement door shut, not because she believed it would stop anything, but because she understood something. The sound that first night hadn't been an attempt to escape. It was a request, a knock, polite, measured, and she had answered. Weeks passed. No more thuds, no dragging sounds. The house felt still again, balanced. One evening, while cleaning the pantry, she noticed something on the kitchen floor. Dirt, a faint footprint, small, facing the basement door, not coming from it, standing in front of it, waiting. She didn't nail the door again. She didn't reinforce it. She simply stepped over the print and continued cleaning. That night, she dreamed of the basement. Not dark, not threatening, just a room with someone sitting on the dirt floor, head resting gently against the inside of the door, listening. In the morning, the footprint was gone. The house remained quiet, but sometimes, very late at night, she still heard it. Not a thud, not a scratch, just a slow, patient breath beneath the floorboards, and she never locked the door again.